reimburse us by all means.
Oh, they them like yeah, but I can't find them. Yeah, that's 10. So to get a dumpster dive for, you know.
I know that because I've got.
That's how it starts.
That's how it starts.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Yes. And after, when they're activated, oh, look at the super stuff. I didn't even know what that was. And I asked them, I'm like,
Oh shoot, I didn't. You said that meter.
oh, that's something someone in a sleeper hose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not such bad.
Weekend, it's some people here that are open. And they'll hold them.
So pricey. I've lived from there as well.
They have like
No,
each a
like,
bunch of
I've lived in Chicago for like 12 years.
These are
That's where I'm
people
coming from.
paid for. So these are just the gas that we put.
Okay.
It's expensive. And yeah. Walmart. Which is $16,000 actually. And this is just what we can test 4 hours. And our record back.
When I moved
So
here,
there's more to come. And like they estimated like around.
it took me, like I've just been reaching people, you know, we did
So
like
we would love if this came from the county. So that by all means, if you're trying to make it better, like, but it was actually.
so it took me a lot of fine. Because in Chicago, there's so many. Like, I was like, there's so many, you know?
Plastic boards.
How many gallons of peanut butter jelly?
Like I still follow
Oh,
some, you know?
oh,
But I can
gosh.
tell you,
Probably.
Yeah.
Whoever said like is for they're probably like
no, maybe.
but Walmart's completely out. Like pallets.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
no, I don't think so.
I mean, I bought pallets from some random dude and rented U-Haul to bring them out to Jacumba. Like not pallets, just pallets. Oh, cool. Yeah.
Where I live, you know?
Oh yeah, and I think
They're very,
they have a lot.
yeah.
Oh, like as a
They're pretty strong.
yeah. They have some good ones. I also don't have it. Which I think is fine, but like I'm seeing some of them.
Yeah, we're trying not to. We don't want to see anyone's credit card.
Well, it's like MasterCard ending in, but
Yeah, that's close enough.
so I'll go get some more, but
Yeah, that's very good.
okay.
I feel like that does sound familiar. I bet I follow them.
Yeah, it's like
They want us to be like both of these Walmart.
like with different sizes.
And we don't want any like I could also black those out real quick.
Yeah.
Yes, if you want, and then you could also say, and this is not to mention the in-kind material donations that have been dropped off in areas.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let me grab a
Like,
pen.
I have a pen thing right there on top of my pen.
Okay.
No.
Okay, cool. I was talking to
That's
them.
Ruby. No, I'm
My name is Caitlin.
Okay.
It's like Caitlin without a T.
Right
Nice to meet you.
It's up to you.
yeah, I actually played with
left?
it.
Yeah, I have a lap.
I have a log that I can put on here.
This one.
So we're presenting this to
No, we're talking about like when we do like one-on-one stuff. Yeah, he's got the whole system here. Yeah,
And so, if you want to like just look at that, if not, I can just discuss it. Oh, I got it too fast. Okay.
Yes, yes. Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Same with this bag.
Always
Oh my God.
I really.
She's gonna hold the sign directly in front of her face, so she'll be in the camera.
Got it.
Your hair is great. People should see. It's a lot. This is just we have. You'll see the people behind me here. All of them out. So we have your friends in the row since I the name of the yeah, honestly, we doesn't get me really connected to figure it out. People, for Tom, it's usually some of the 8-year-olds.
Oh, you're giving it.
5
You can get it. There is a supplement.
resources add up.
Yes, it sure does. I know I bought like a box of car. There it goes. You know, that's like right away. Like that's right away. You know.
No, not on. It's deep wood.
Yeah, I know. Just one thing. Yeah. I know I'm gonna do that. That's not fine.
It's a hard language anyway.
Yeah. No, like also the thing is like you ever tell these rules? Like why is he eating next step? You know, like this is okay, like we don't need to
And you want everyone to listen to that. It's not capitalize on that. So that 100%. For San Diego. Giving what they can. Here's $20. Oh, that's a is it weird? They play the harp? What? Are you Nobody plays the harp. What a unique instrument. So
You know, everyone does that at Starbucks. Like, when I used to go to Starbucks. No. Right, no Starbucks.
I will remember her forever because she's like, okay.
Okay, yeah. Like I literally, yeah.
Oh no, she's probably not listening to me. Yeah. Well, I'm
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, very nice. So I believe that. Are you guys ready to go ahead and start? Yeah. All right, friends. Oh, you're talking about friends? Guys, I'd say maybe get a little bit closer. Yeah.
Flank her shoulders.
Make sure, and then Mush, I feel like move over just a bit so we can read the sign. And don't be afraid, we can go behind, we can go over, and like the fingers.
Ready when you are.
Tell me when you're okay. Good morning. My name is Amanda L, spelled Amanda. Last initial is L. I am speaking on behalf of the Free Stuff Collective, a mutual aid group that has been on the ground alongside other mutual aid groups and nonprofits offering material support to asylum seekers being held under harsh conditions in open-air detention sites throughout San Diego County. This support has been made possible through the enduring generosity of community members who have stepped up to offer vital aid where our government has failed at all levels, local, state, and federal. On January 3rd, San Diego County Supervisor Desmond made misleading claims on his official Twitter or X account when he posted a quote, "I encountered an abandoned campsite filled with tents, food, drinks, and campfires paid for by San Diego County taxpayers." Free Stuff Collective unequivocally condemns this statement, as San Diego County has not issued a single dollar of aid to support humanitarian efforts to OADs. In a proactive effort to ensure accurate information is presented to the public, we intend to challenge the claim that taxpayers pay for the, quote, tents, food, drinks, and campfires at OADs by delivering receipts for material aid totaling $16,000 to Supervisor Desmond's office. It must be reiterated, those funds were collectively raised by mutual aid groups and nonprofits through the support of private donors, not the county.
That's right.
We request that Supervisor Desmond offer meaningful proof in any way that his claim that taxpayers are paying for the tents, food, and drinks at OADs.
No proof. We have receipts.
We have receipts.
We have receipts.
Ultimately, we literally have the receipts, and we would like Jim Desmond to respond with a single one.
Not one. Not one.
Where are they?
We hope this visit is just the beginning of a collaborative and transparent dialogue with county officials to address the humanitarian crisis at the border and partner with the county to directly support relief efforts.
That's right.
Are there any questions? Yes.
Could you just talk a little bit about why it's so important to set the record straight? I mean, what are some of the consequences of the misinformation that's being put out there to the migrants themselves and to the humanitarian workers?
Well, I think the issue is that people think their taxpayers are being spent a certain way, and they're not. So that's a transparency issue. We have been begging for funds from the county since this started, and we haven't received anything. We do want to correct the record that $6 million has been spent by the county, but that has been spent on a migrant welcome site. It has been given to a nonprofit with some questionable spending procedures as far as staffing concerns. So rather than using that money towards migrant services and helping them, it seems though as they're using a high amount of the dollars towards staffing. So that is also part of the problem that we're seeing. We're not getting any funding, and all of the money that we're spending is going directly to the migrants, and the groups that are getting funding are questionable in their spending habits and practices with migrant services.
And in terms of safety for migrants or humanitarian workers, is there a concern that this type of misinformation will raise tension?
I mean, I definitely think that is a concern. We have a lot of people that don't agree with the immigration process and how people are seeking asylum. If people think that their tax dollars are going to this, they may feel like they can go out and take things, remove things, be aggressive. We've had aggressive encounters already with people that don't agree with what we're doing or how the migrants are choosing to come across the border. So yes, absolutely, that could increase safety issues for the migrants and for volunteers out there aiding their survival. Any more questions? I do want to also elaborate that today we're presenting Supervisor Desmond with $16,000 in receipts, but we do estimate the number to be far higher, upwards of $66,000 that we can prove from other groups that have received private funds. We intend to continue to compile those and send those to his office. And we also wanted to mention that those dollar amounts do not include in-kind donations from the community, which we have received outpouring of blankets, tarps, tents, medical supplies. We've had doctors who give their time to help people who are injured or sick. So this dollar amount doesn't even reflect a portion of the cost that we have incurred supporting these open air detention sites.
Just one more question about in the videos that Jim Desmond put out, he described the camps as empty, as a kind of abandoned, vacant, there was no one there. Is that a reality of the situation, or did you just catch it on an off day, or when people left? Like, because people seeing that could just say, like, they're just leaving this stuff out here to rot. I don't know if that's accurate or not.
That is not accurate. It's accurate in that different times, different days, we have different numbers of people coming through, obviously. The idea that these people are just not caring about the things that are provided to them and they're just leaving them there to rot is incorrect. When Border Patrol comes to take people to processing, they do not have time to pick up, pack up, or do anything of that nature. They have to get in line if they want to be processed. And oftentimes they're told if they don't get in line, they won't be processed. So they're not leaving them there to be rude or disrespectful. They're leaving them there because they're literally forced to pick up their things and go immediately. Also, if they are left there, they can be used for the next family coming in. Volunteers go out, they take the blankets out, they wash them, and then they replace those things with fresh items so that people coming in can also use those tents, tarps, blankets, and so on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, that's a very good point. We've seen some news outlets mention that these individuals are camping, and that could not be farther from the truth. They're not camping. They are being held in outdoor detention sites. They cannot leave. If they leave, they are told that they will be rounded up and deported. So we're providing shelter for them because in Jacumba, it gets extremely cold at night. There's rain. I think there's, sorry. I think they expect snow potentially next week. So we are providing those things for them. People are not coming across the border with tents and shelters. We are making sure that men, women, children, and when I say children, I also mean young babies, that they are provided life-saving supplies while they are held in detention sites outdoors.
Thank you.
And you're welcome. Any more questions?
Can you talk about the different types of volunteers that you have at the different sites, like Jacumba and Whiskey?
We have different sites. We have areas in San Ysidro that provide support, and then we also have areas in Jacumba where we provide support. The San Ysidro site is staffed that they have items that they need. And then in Jacumba, it is different. It's farther out. There are 3 main camps that Border Patrol holds people at, and the individuals out at those camps go and they make sure that those folks are fed and given supplies 3 times a day. So I think that they're applauding our efforts. They must have heard. Yay. We have doctors, we have lawyers, we have moms and small business owners, we have nurses, we have people from every occupation, from every walk of life coming out to ensure that other human beings legally seeking asylum are cared for with dignity and respect, because that is the very least that we should be providing in the wealthiest country, in the wealthiest state.
That's right.
We should be doing so much more, but since we are limited with funds and how we can interact with these individuals, we are doing our best to make sure that they are given life-saving supplies until they are taken for processing. Yes.
What do you think could have been done or could be done with $6 million?
I think that people could at least be fed decent, nutritious meals with that money. We're seeing individuals being fed subpar meals. They're being dropped off at the airport where they're hungry. They don't know where they're going, so there could be supplies and individuals at the airport to help people navigate how to get to their next destination. Also, that money doesn't need to be spent on busing people back and forth to processing through the immigration welcome center. That money is already allocated in the Border Patrol budget, so that could be better spent. People could be that are released from the hospital could be put in hotels until they can respite and recover, and then be taken to the airport where they can then go to their final destination. There's a whole list of things that could be done with that $6 million. And it's being spent so quickly that it is shocking to many of us who are on the ground as to how fast it's going and the subpar care that we see migrants getting at that site.
Shall we visit Supervisor Desmond?
Let's go.
All right.
Can I get a picture of this?
Oh yeah, everybody, you want to fan out your stuff? We got.
You're gonna go inside.
We are, yeah. So we'll have to go for security. Broken Spanish, not just Spanish.
Yeah, bro.
Would you like a copy of the press release and then it can be like translated?
No, we do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's spreading.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Thank you. It's not good enough, I'd say. My
Yes,
Spanish,
yeah. Same, I was gonna say.
Okay. I do, yes. Yeah. So you can speak to Amanda. I'm also
Yeah, showing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sound
Yeah,
it. This ain't even all of it.
Not even all of
This
them.
is not even all of it.
This is all she could compile in a day.
Not even a day.
Not
like
even
a
a
few
day.
hours.
Wanted to respond to him very quickly, though.
Yes.
Are you guys all representatives of the Free Stuff Collective or different mutual aid
Different.
groups?
Different.
Just individually volunteering, yeah.
Oh, I'm
Woody, would you like to say anything to our YouTube viewers?
Hey guys, thank you for your support and all the message that I've gotten to like encourage. I just appreciate it, and I think that you're all an amazing group of people, and I am so proud to know everyone and be doing this work with everyone that's volunteering to keep people alive in OADs and across other avenues of advocacy as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it was like a heated argument. It's pretty good.
false. And we are one mutual aid group. We're Free Stuff Collective, and we maintain these claims as false. That is not the San Diego County taxpayers that are paying for these items, but mutual aid groups like Free Stuff and nonprofits working together to provide life-saving aid. So yeah, we literally have the receipts. Here we have just one of many, $326 to Walmart. We have tarps and spoons and hats and tissue paper and or like face tissue, like Kleenex. We have eggs, we have chicken, we have everything. Costco, Walmart, here we go. We have one where we bought them out of cup of noodles. Look at all of that. We have SpaghettiOs. We're just trying to keep people alive, and we're doing so out of the generosity of private donors who give $5, $10, $20 at a time, and they're moved to help people when the county is not.
What is the condition of these migrants in the camp?
Oh, they're deplorable. They're absolutely deplorable. Border Patrol is not providing sufficient water or food or tents. Imagine being just trapped out in the wilderness, in the cold. In Jacumba, they're estimating snow next week with no resources. People are hungry. It was too far into this. It started in early September that Border Patrol just started providing porta potties. So people had to go out in the wilderness with no toilet paper. That was stuff that was provided. So it's inhumane, and there's a lack of respect of human dignity.
that is evident on behalf of Border Patrol that we are trying to restore just a semblance of. So.
And what is the message to the county?
Number one, we want county supervisors to go out there to. It's lamentable that Jim Desmond is the only county supervisor that's gone out there in an official capacity, and that in doing so, he chose to produce lies about what was happening, misleading information. So we want everyone to go out there, all of them. We want them to witness the work that volunteers and the effort have put into keeping folks alive, and ultimately, we would like some funding to support these efforts, whereas we are astounded by the generosity of individual San Diegan private donors. We know that it's possible this can't last forever, that we can't sustain it just solely on volunteers and private donations. And so we're asking that the county is able to provide aid to a nonprofit, South Bay Community Services, or SBCS, for a processing center, and we would like more help with aid. So, yes.
And right now they're going to go through the office, or?
Yes, so we intend to compile all the receipts, and keep in mind, these are just the receipts we could get in a day, because he tweeted yesterday. We believe there are far more, but we plan to present these receipts to his office staff and with a letter to Jim Desmond calling his bluff. We have the receipts. We know that his statement is misleading, and we're asking him to also offer any proof of his claim, of which we are confident there's none.
How much is the cost of this, the proof that you have, plus everything else, these receipts?
$16,000. And you'll see that a lot of the Venmo transactions are small amounts. These are people giving what they can when they can. These are not wealthy, for the most part, wealthy San Diegans. These are folks that are just compelled to help where the county is not offering any.
How the city can help this community?
Primarily through funding, but also being aware of the issue. We have a website that we've compiled context. It's about being educated, and then also being able to donate. It is border-aid.github.io, and people are encouraged to visit that website to learn more and to sustain our efforts as we await county engagement with the issues. They're not doing that.
Something else that you would like to say?
I personally, and I'll speak as a personal on my own behalf, I think it is woefully irresponsible for a public official to post such misleading information on his public platform, and I hope that he offers a redaction. But ultimately, what we are trying to do is engage in transparent and open dialogue with the county. So that's my ultimate hope. But I would like to name that I do think it is very irresponsible for him to post that video.
Thank you. How you spell it?
Mia Garcia, M-I-A, last name Garcia, G-A-R-C-I-A. Yes, Free Stuff Collective, yes. And folks are encouraged to learn more about the organization at that website that I mentioned, and the other orgs that are involved. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, of course.
Okay, that's a wrap.